Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Relentless Talk Radio. This is the Relentless for a Cure series where I'm interviewing the candidates for the LLS Man and Woman of the Year award this year. I'm super excited to be here with Amy Heiserman, who is one of the Women of the Year candidates. And I've had like a crazy day, and I'll tell you more about that later. But Amy, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Amy Heiserman. I am an attorney in Phoenix, Arizona. I do business and insurance coverage litigation at Quarles and Brady in downtown.
So now I knew you were an attorney, but I didn't know what your specialty was. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. Litigation is not for the faint of heart, but I find it exciting and fun, and insurance is something I kind of fell into, and I've been evolving in that field since I started practicing. So it's been really great experience kind of growing my practice.
They probably don't probably think that, okay, we got this, cute little girl that's coming up and you're probably a tiger, right? They're probably surprised.
I like to think I am. I prefer people to underestimate me.
Yeah. I came here to win. Right. So good for you. So why did you accept the nomination for the Man and the Woman of the Year award?
I was nominated by my friend John Gray. I used to work with his wife, Lindsay, and I worked with her when their daughter, Lily, was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 2 years old. So I followed their journey with Lily and kind of learned everything I could at that time about what she had and the resources that were available to them as a family that I had no idea. There were so many things out there, and LLS was one of those main resources. And John did Man of the Year a few years ago. So I went to the gala, saw what it was all about. And when he asked me to join in, there was no way I could say no.
Right?
Yeah. And then through the process, I've been learning so much more about what LLS does and the impact it has on the community. And one of the things I've learned is that a lot of the research and development that's done is used to find treatments for other cancers besides blood cancers. So for me, a lot of my motivations in life are geared towards my grandmother who passed away from ovarian cancer when I was young. Yeah, so I used to go to the hospital every day and visit her. I learned to walk there. So I'm motivated a lot by her in some of the things that I do in my daily life. And for me, this was just another sign that I was meant to participate in this because it has such a broad-reaching effect.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear about your grandmother. It's never easy to lose someone from cancer. I just recently lost my dad from lymphoma, which is he's the main reason why I'm involved with LLS and have accepted the nomination for next year. So yeah. This is very exciting. So what's your goal and objective for this year's campaign?
I know there's a financial component to it. So I obviously have a financial goal. My team that I've built has a lot of close friends of mine who have been incredible. So our overall goal is to raise $50,000, which is a large goal considering that everything has been taken online, but we are doing very well. And I'm just continually, humbled by the generosity of everybody, even in these difficult times. I would say from a broader perspective, my goal is really just to get information and knowledge out there so people understand what LLS is doing as an organization, the impact it has on cancer patients and their families, and just to be a resource for people. I've already had somebody I reached out to about donating who told me that his wife has cancer, blood cancer, and he needed resources. So I was able to connect him through LLS with support groups and other resources in the community where he didn't have that information otherwise.
It's amazing when you open your heart, you realize how many people your activity does affect, So thank you very much for the work that you're doing. It's huge. You have been doing some things, events and activities and things, right?
Yes. So we just had a poker tournament this past Saturday that did very well. That was fun. Normally it's done in person, but we shifted to an online platform that went fairly seamlessly for it being our first time doing that. So we just had that. And then I have a pet photo contest going on right now where people can submit as many pictures of their cute little pets as they want for $10 each. And we have our boy and girl of the year, Callan and Taylor, as two of our judges. And
Awesome.
then Jim Brewer, the executive director for LLS in Arizona, is also going to be a judge. So we thought it was important to try and do things that are family friendly, incorporate boy and girl of the year since they can't really go out to events. So this was a fun way to do that. And then we also have a paint and sip night that we're partnering with Painting with a Twist on June 6th at 4 p.m. Arizona, where it's going to be taught over Zoom. People can get their painting supplies at curbside pickup at the studio. So it's been incredible how all these businesses are helping us put these events on.
I love that. One of the things I think is really awesome about COVID, if you could find an awesome thing about COVID, and I've talked with Joan, Joan actually Kaminsky is tuning in. She's saying, thanks, Amy Michelle, for being part of the Man and Woman of the Year campaign, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Arizona chapter. So you're welcome, Joan. It's our pleasure to do that. So I think that one of the things that I've talked about when we've had our meetings, because this year I'm serving on the leadership team while I'm supporting things that are going on to make sure that we make those of you that are able to run this year as successful as possible. But I think one of the things that's pretty cool is that the creativity that's coming out of this. I mean, playing poker at home online is a pretty cool idea. I mean, that's really brilliant. And having the dog thing, people love their pets. Where do people submit their pictures?
So they just email me at arl5596@aol.com. And all they have to do is donate to any team members page from my team or myself and just forward me the email showing that they've made the donation and submit the photo. It's super easy. And we've had people donate for 2 pictures up to 10 pictures. So, obviously the more
ARL.
Yep, 5596 at AOL.com. I'm old school. I still have AOL.
I think it's brilliant. So I'm gonna have it scroll on the bottom while we're talking. So it's ARL5596 at AOL.com. Awesome.
Yeah.
So how many dog pictures have you gotten and cat pictures?
Yes, we've gotten dogs and cats. I would say we are somewhere around maybe 20 or so, maybe more. I haven't counted recently. But yeah, we've gotten a pretty good response to it. Everybody loves their pets. And I'm encouraging.
I'll have my mom send in pictures of her kitties.
Oh, yeah. I'm encouraging people for all types of pets. I said, we don't discriminate if you've got a lizard, a ferret, whatever.
I totally love that. So COVID for sure has been making this year very interesting, right? Why did you decide to not postpone? Because I made a decision based upon I'm doing a project called Micalizzi Gives next year, which is about auctioning off a painting, and there's a retail component to it. And I'm also going to be doing a motorcycle poker run. And because of and I'm partnering with Buddy Stubbs, so I'm super excited about that. So we're going to be kind of building momentum over the year, so that next year at this time we'll have a poker run at Buddy Stubbs parking lot. But why did you decide to continue on as opposed to postpone?
It definitely threw a wrench in some of my plans. I had some great events lined up. This Sunday, actually, I'm going to be cutting my hair and donating it. And so I had a whole big event planned with my salon around that, and we had to postpone that. So it definitely threw a wrench in my plans. But at the end of the day, I knew that it needed to be done, and people had their reasons for not being able to go through with it this year. And I didn't have a good reason not to. So for me, whenever I'm faced with some sort of challenge, that's what makes me step up and fight even harder. So for me, it was really a no-brainer. It was a tough situation where you're competing with a lot of other organizations that need money as well and have equally great causes, but somebody's got to be the voice for LLS. So I was happy to step in and do that.
Well, I think it's fabulous that you did. And I'm so glad that several of you continue to step up. I think there's 7 this year.
Yes.
7. And it was down from 15, I believe, right?
Or more. Yeah. We had a good number of people that had their various reasons for needing to step down,
Right.
but they've all still continued to be supportive. I've had other candidates that aren't doing it this year donate to my campaign. So the camaraderie that exists among all the candidates is something I've never seen before. And everybody said that they kind of become a family when they do the campaign. And I can absolutely see why that's the case.
And I also think that you guys are setting us up next year to be super successful.
I hope so. And
I absolutely believe next year is going to be fantastic. And, you know, Karen Ashley is also, fourth, is also saying thank you both for the amazing support for LLS. So you're welcome, Karen. It's our pleasure to do that. So is there anything additional you'd like to mention? I think we talked about the photo contest. We took some notes earlier in your hair therapies, post your poker tournament. People can actually donate to you directly, right?
Yes. So I have a Facebook fundraiser going on under Amy Heiserman. There's also my Amy Heiserman for Woman of the Year campaign page on Facebook. And then also just the Amy Heiserman Woman of the Year page through LLS. Those are all different ways people can donate. I have several team members that are, you know, out there pounding the pavement, trying to get additional donations. So, I mean, if I really had to just kind of say anything to the people listening, I would really just say, don't get caught up on dollar amount. Every donation makes a difference, regardless of the amount. And to me, as a candidate who's trying to raise money in a very difficult time, somebody that gives me $10 is so appreciated. And I don't look at the dollar figure and think this person could have given more, or I don't look at them the same way as somebody that gave more money. To me, just every penny truly does count, especially now. So I just encourage people to do what they can, where they can. That's kind of been my mantra through all of this. You know, I couldn't do much at the beginning of this COVID situation because I was in a high risk group, and I said, what is something that I can do that I feel comfortable doing? And I donated blood. So, you know, there's lots of ways to give back that aren't financial. Things that are financial, like I said, there's no set price point. So whatever you're comfortable doing, it's greatly appreciated. And I think I can speak on behalf of all of the candidates when I say that.
100%. Now, Holly Levine is saying, great interview. Congratulations for all that you do for LLS. It means even more to see you rise to the challenge. So 100% on that level, for sure. So I want to just say thank you for showing up and doing the work that needs to be done this year, and for the interview. I really appreciate your time. I was telling you that pre-interview, my morning got unexpectedly screwy, as days do go. And it was because my mom, I just lost my dad to lymphoma on February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. And my mom had gone to Home Depot and gotten a couple flowers because she needed to cheer herself up. So she went during senior hours and she got a couple flowers, and she went to the garden to plant them, and the entire garden was full of forget-me-not flowers.
Wow.
My mom did not plant those flowers. All around all the trees and in her garden were forget-me-not flowers. So what we're doing is super, super important for the people that are yet to lose their loved ones to lymphoma and leukemia and other kind of blood cancers and cancers in general. And for the people who have lost people, it's important to continue to show up and forget me not.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great story.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amy, for your time. And I hope that this video helps you to get more dollars coming in.
I hope so. Thank you so much. And I look forward to your campaign next year.
Take care, Amy. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that's the first part of the Relentless for a Cure interview. I'll be coming back with Tony Lee in a moment to talk about his campaign. Thanks so much.